So today we're going to a metal company to get some square tubing for the bucket seats in the C10. Got some rough measurements. Hopefully they're close enough. I don't know. We might be sitting like this or like this, but
at least we can drive, right?
At least we can drive it. That's right. At least the seats.
That's all that matters.
They'll be mounted. So here, camera. All right, we'll flip it around. Give Mel a little chance to talk. And why don't you tell him about your sweet deals you got at Advance last week?
And so I was in Springfield last week, and we were just driving by, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's an Advance Autos, and it said it was closing. I mean, we got, what did I get? Like a water pump, shocks, a transmission mount, an air filter, wires,
gaskets,
oil pan gaskets.
Did you get a filter too? Or
headlights. Yeah, I got 2 filters actually. The last 2 they had, and then I'm trying to think what else I got. Oh, I got a filter for the 4Runner, windshield wipers. All of that was like $60. It was crazy.
All right, back to me. What's up? The star of the show. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, Mel. What are we doing?
Get some hammer coat.
What? They couldn't hear you.
Going to get some hammer coat.
Oh, hammer coat.
I'm gonna get some cheap brushes.
Cheap brushes. Get it? Oh yeah.
Black.
Frames.
Like
Prohibitor.
yeah. So now we're gonna go look at the carpet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Gotta look at carpet. Does this look like carpet to you? No, but Mel's stopping and looking and touching.
Just glue it down with like a 3M spray. And yeah. And what is it? You could almost do something like this.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of what we did. It was thinner.
It was thin, yeah. Easy to work
Didn't have
with.
like that thick backing on it, so probably something like this. But don't want black. And I think Menards had.
We gotta do some shag carpet or something. Do they even have shag?
We could.
Or Berber?
Or do this.
Ooh, some Astro Curve.
What would that mean?
What?
They have it?
Yep. 14 doll hairs for a 2-inch tube, 4 foot long.
Cool.
Yeah. So not bad at all.
Nope.
Yeah. And that actually had several like gauges, thicknesses. I just kind of got in the middle of the road. The first one I picked up weighed about 4,000 pounds. I was like, yeah, it's overkill for some brackets. So I was like, well, we got this middle of the road. And they had thinner stuff too, but you know, if someone large gets in our car and sits in it, I didn't want the brackets to bend, so.
Tire still and focus, and fence supply.
This is the little piece of square tubing I've got. Make little brackets just in each corner of the seat. I'm gonna start sanding on all this. Kind of see what she's all about, especially since especially since the windshield's out. I start sanding all this back here. So, you know, we're just gonna make it look a little prettier. So when we're sanding metal, we use this 180 or 120 grit. This one's 180. This particular pad here. And it'll make pretty quick work of this metal. I think, you know, most of this obviously is just surface rust. So we'll you know, just do a little scrubby scrub action. And we're just gonna knock it down a little bit like this. Just kind of make it smooth. I mean, already looks a lot better. It's a lot smoother than this. This is super rough, super smooth. So doesn't take much, you know, and I'm not pushing hard. Just kind of letting the sandpaper do most of the work. Pretty. All right. Try and block out that little light there. Trying to get her done, huh, Mel?
Trying to.
You can't really enjoy the smoothness. Well, it's smoother. Yeah, well, it's a lot smoother than it was, which we'll wipe it down and blow it off. We're getting everything all dusty. This, I should have showed you guys before I started on it, but right here, it's pitted right there. I don't know how it gets pitted in the middle of nowhere, but see how rough that is? This whole thing looked like that, and even worse, especially here where it's pitted. It's just a huge circle, look just like that. Still have the roof to hit. Yeah. We're gonna let Mel do that.
That'll be fun.
So, let me show you this. So I've just done half the dash from basically the speaker over.
Yeah, it'll all look like this.
Yeah. Well, your light's really bright there. But yeah, so casting such a shadow. Yeah, there you go. Well, okay, it was better. Sorry, folks, we're not very good. But anyway, so. But yeah, that's the half and half look right. So another thing, we showed you guys this when we first got the truck. There is no rust up here at the top of this windowsill. I mean, at all the way down. We've had how many of these, Mel? Roughly 2 or 3 of these trucks.
Yeah, at least 2.
Yeah. So and they're always, and even the 67 to 72 C10s, they do that too. Still, I mean, we've had several that do that. I think this is our first one we've had that's completely solid. Yeah. How's it going, Mel?
It's going.
Even the outside of this sucker is good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all the way down there.
That's good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Steve Dulcich wannabe right here.
Oh, does he eat a lot of fudge stickles?
I don't know if they're fudge stickles, but he eats a lot of popsicles and ice cream. Yeah, so we're finally getting the first coat on. Haven't started on the dash yet. We're just kind of getting the roof and all that. We've decided to not touch the very top. Kind of looks like wood paneling up there, but that's just from us sanding it down. And we really like the way it looks. So I think we're just going to clear that and leave it. Mel, how are we hanging in there?
Hanging in there.
Are we high yet?
Yeah.
This hammer coat is strong.
I keep going. All right, so what we're gonna do today, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day outside. Sun partially shining. I'm gonna come out here and I think I'm gonna clear coat this roof, at least get a coat or 2 on with just a Rust-Oleum gloss clear. We're gonna brush it and then I might have to go back over it with a roller, we'll see. I'm eventually gonna go back over this black with the roller. You can just see some brush strokes and I just don't like it. So we're going to go back over it with the roller. It's not going to be smooth because it's a hammered paint, but we don't want those brush strokes in it at all. So all right, I put the first coat on. I'm gonna wait about 15 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna put a second coat on. But I think the next one I'm gonna put on, I'm gonna roll on. This one I brushed on. You can kind of see the strokes, and I really don't like that. So, well, there she is, guys. I put about 3 coats on it. I'm just gonna let it dry all the way, and then we'll see what it looks like after that, and see if I need to go over it again. I think it looks pretty good, though.
Good morning, everybody. Today, I'm going to attempt to turn this square tubing. Attention seekers. That's all they are. Isn't that right, Hank? Rigs. I'm going to turn that into some bracketry for our seats. So now that Mel's got all this flooring done, I'm going to start working on the seats. Got to go up and get a tool to cut the metal. Oh yeah, right here. Yep, that's what we need. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get creative. Pull that in a little bit. I think I need to, we did some rough measurements and I need to come up about 4 inches, but what I really need to do, this, the passenger side seat isn't electric, but the driver's side seat is, so I need to hook a battery up to these wires and move this seat forward so I can get this rack, slid back. I don't really know where I need to do that either. That's right. Now, if I could just figure out a way to keep all this together and install it, I'll have electric seats. What's up? So I don't know what I'm doing as far as where this placement needs to be in here in the truck. All right, so before we get too crazy and I get measurements, I have to bend these tabs out. Burnt and burnt. So got my little friend Butane here. Burn-zomatic. Heat this guy up a little bit. Then we use this little guy right here. It'll be perfection. Yeah, that's right. Just a few smacks of the old hammer. She bent right over. Yeah. What's up? Now on to the second one. You know, I thought just for fun, let's not even heat that one up. Yeah, she bent over just as easy as this one did, so all that heat for nothing. All right, guys, so I think I've got everything marked properly-ish. So what I did is set the seat in here, got squared up, even with the centered with this, and made sure it wasn't like wonkish, twisted one way or the other. And I just kind of made me a couple little marks on those. They were the easiest. And then I already had measurements there of what was what, and just kind of squared off of those 2 holes there. So we'll see. Am I going to be looking at the passenger when I'm done, or looking at the windshield? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I want that.
Are you okay? What'd you do?
Well, I freaking cut myself. The drill caught, and I don't have a vise. Actually, I do have a vise. I just have nowhere to mount it. I don't have a bench in here. So we're gonna.
So your boo-boo took how many Band-Aids?
2.
It's a 2 Band-Aider.
Yeah, cut all the way down here.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll be okay.
So, safety first, guys.
Let's try this again.
Oh.
Seven more to go.
I was gonna say, I was like, we're gonna do this 8 times.
A lot better than using a hand drill. I forgot my dad had this. He just got it not too long ago, so much easier, much quicker. There's not a ton of benefits of having your family right next door, but there are some. So on one end, and no, I'm not measuring, that's why that's off. this is going to kind of, this hole is going to be to anchor it to the floor, where this is where the bolt that's actually going to go through the brackets on the seat. So I'm getting ready to drill one on this side. I've already done this one, so that's kind of what that's going to look like on the underside, and then the other side will have a through and through like that. So yeah, so yeah, I walked in here. I was planning on just using this vise so I didn't rip my thumb up again. And then open the door and I see this bad boy.
I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, oh, freak, yeah, baby. That's what's up.
Think your dad has enough 5-gallon buckets?
Not if you ask him. Let's see. Not that big of a deal.
So why do you put WD-40 on it?
It'll keep this from getting so hot and dull on the blades. If you don't use some kind of an oil or a liquid or something,
Like a lubricant or something.
Yeah, you just basically keeps the friction down. Today is the day. We're gonna take her out on our maiden voyage. Got the driver's seat in. This one is electrical, so it does work, which I believe I showed you guys earlier. But so I need to adjust it real quick. Obviously, I don't have it hooked up, but I'll just use my jumper box to get that done. I'm going to put the steering wheel on, get this adjusted, and then I'm going to see if it'll take me for a ride around the house. I mean, it fires up, it goes in gear. We have brakes. I don't know what more I need to. All right, as you guys can see, I have no windshield. That's right. I came prepared. What's up? All right, let's see if we can get this thing started. It's been a few days since we've started. All right. Woo! See if we can put this thing in gear. All right, she's in gear. Oh, we have pretty good brakes. Better than I thought. Heck yeah. What's the... So the truck wasn't really wanting to go in gear. And it dawned on me, I never checked the transmission fluid. Well, I pull it out. Just barely. I mean, I wiped it off, but it was all the way down here. And that was after running it, so. We got a little bit here. I'm just gonna fill it up. And then, ooh, hold on. This thing is nasty. There we got her. Oh, dang it. Quality. I bet this will help.
Probably. A little bit, anyways.
We'll let that drain. No, the truck is not running. I know that, but just want to kind of see where it's at. Dang. Oh yeah. At least that's on there now. I'm gonna leave it there until I do start it. Don't want to overfill it, and then we'll kind of see where she's at.
Boys, it's a rock. They fight over rocks all the time.
All right, well, she made a lap around after adding transmission fluid. It it helped surprisingly. Now Mel's cleaning up the garage where we made such a mess, just working on it all this time. I guess we're having carburetor issues. It's puking gas out the plunger here. You can see it puddling up there. So probably needs a rebuild, or maybe not. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But anywho, had a couple vacuum leaks. Took care of that. No big deal. Trying to see if we had a leak down here. Didn't really. Maybe we did. I need to check that hose. Oh yeah. Really can feel it there. Of course, don't have a clamp on it. No big deal. This was just for a little test drive is all it is. See if it would run. Brakes, actually, they are not good, but they are braking, and actually a lot better than I thought they would. We'll keep you guys updated, and just go from there, man. This is getting fun. You know, not too long ago, this truck was just sitting. I mean, it would fire up, but that was it. That was it. Wouldn't stop, wouldn't steer, wouldn't go in gear. So you know, put a new sending unit in it, got a newish tank that was really clean. So I'm still in love with this. Love that roof. Well, that's going to wrap it up, guys. So we're going to put this one away. I don't know if we're going to just, since there's no windshield, if we're just going to wrap it and leave it outside. We may just leave it in the garage. Doesn't matter. I don't know what we're going to do with it just yet. But anyway, pretty happy with it other than the carburetor's giving me some issues, but no big deal. Hey, I drove it, right? It's a win. So we'll take it. Right, guys, that's it. And we'll see you on the next one. Oh, yeah, man.